Howdy YouTube, this is LongHunter96, and I'm going to do one of YouTube's infamous gear videos for reenactors. I noticed how there wasn't a lot of specific Confederate impressions out there, or good Confederate, well, I don't want to say good, but decent Confederate impressions out there. So I figured I'd make a video going over one of my favorite Confederate impressions. This is my 63 into mid 64 impression for ANV, Army of Northern Virginia. We got, I'll start over here, start up here at the top. This is my Confederate cap. Well, my Confederate cappy, as you can see. I know that the common thing was slouch hats, but seeing at least in the hardcore community around here, almost every single decent reenactor has a slouch hat to complete their impression. That's fine, but I just think, in my personal opinion, that kepis are fairly underrepresented in the authentic side of the hobby. This is a good reproduction that I found a friend of mine made. Can't remember his name right off the bat, but it's a good production. It's completely hand sewn. The pattern's taken from an original. It's made out of Ben Tart's Yeller Dog, quote unquote, jean. It, like I say, completely sewn. It has a sorry, of course it's fabric. Homespun cotton liner in it, and it has a painted cloth sweatband that's whip stitched in. The brim is blackened leather, like they would have been. They wouldn't have been complete. Well, some were dyed, but this one was blackened. It has coin buttons on the side there. Not sure about the age on these, but they're authentic, I can tell. It has a false chin strap on it. It's made out of just regular ribbon that was sewn together. And yeah, that's my cap for it. Next thing I'll go over is my undershirt. This is made from a Wamba and white kit. It is family heirloom weavers cloth. They're Wilcox check. Some friends of mine helped me with this. I did some of it and they did some of it, because I wasn't exactly as good as I am now. But it all has hand top stitching, and some of the interior stuff is hand stitched, like the collar was hand whip stitched on, like it should be. It has original porcelain buttons on it. Here you can see the buttonholes. I think Wamba's kits are at least shirt kits are like 35 bucks. Which is a really good deal if you know how to sew. And that'll take you probably if you're completely hand sewing the entire thing, probably like 3 or 4 days, possibly if you're slow. But overall, good shirt. Moving on, we got my pride and joy. This is my Richmond Depot Type 2 jacket. This is was a Ben Tart blank jacket, which means it didn't have any top stitching when I got it, and it didn't have buttonholes or buttons. So what I did when I bought it from Ben this is his sumac dyed jean, by the way. Really nice stuff. Here, once it fades, when it fades, it'll fade into a nice light brown. It's about a light gray. I don't know how good the picture's going to turn out on this thing. But, anyway, what I did is I took the jacket and I ordered, I think the price for the blank originally was 135 bucks. I paid 140, I think, because I ordered his logwood dyed thread along with it, so I could use the correct thread on the top stitching and buttonholes. And I did all the top stitching myself. And I did all the buttons, all the buttonholes. And there's the top stitching, really tiny stitches. I put 9 Federal Eagle buttons on the front. I still need to get some epaulet buttons. I've been meaning to get those. I've just been lazy about it and haven't done it. Need to do it for my first event though. First event for the season, which still hasn't happened. Oh, and there's my infamous. If you know me at all, I always have this on my gear. It's my bad attempt at a German tobacco pouch. It's basically just a poke sack made out of calico. I tie around my buttonhole because I mean I'm almost 16, and of course that's in America today. It's not the legal tobacco age, but back then there was no law, so you do see 16-year-olds, 15-year-olds using tobacco all forms. But that's just me trying to represent it. Moving on, I got my I'll go over my shoes. These are, I got these puppies for $8. These are Mattermore harness shoes. Got them for $8 from a buddy of mine in Longstreet's Corps. They're just really, really worn out. But I liked them because they had that campaign look. And I mean, they're Mattermore harness. I mean, they're pretty good shoes. And how are you going to turn down a pair of $135 at least shoes for $8? How are you going to do that? But I mean, they got, get down here. You got like holes in the sides of them. I tried to stitch them up and stuff, showing how they would have tried to fix their shoes. I got heel plates on the bottom, the sides busted out of them there. Got heel plates there, and you can see some of the pegs are starting to, well, some of the pegs have come out. And here we got a pair of Bentart cotton socks. I think they're like $6 a pair. Pretty easy way to get authenticity. Next we have is my, I'll go over my drawers. Now, I'm not going to get too in-depth on these things because I haven't washed them in a while. They're from S&S. They're just, they're basic Confederate / civilian drawers. They're hand top stitched, and the waistband's hand whip stitched like it should be. And, I think these were $45. I think it was about $45 for them. I got them about 2 years ago, and they've held up pretty good. I mean, I tried to do it right and everything, and these have stood the test. I mean, they lasted way longer than I thought they would. I had a pair of mainstream ones that just lasted me like 3 events. I mean, it was pathetic. But yeah, S&S, Sutler, Gettysburg, really good. I buy a lot of my stuff off them. Next, starting to run out of time. I'll go over this quick. Is my my field modification belt, as I like to call it. It's basically a civilian billet belt. Well, copied from a civilian billet belt, but this is a captured, well, quote unquote captured Federal cartridge box sling. And what I did is I took an old harness buckle and I sewed on there, and I took a piece of the harness and used that for a strap. And if you know what a billet belt is, it basically is made to hold up your trousers when you didn't have braces / suspenders or whatever. Next, gonna have to hurry up a little bit. Are my Confederate civilian trousers. These were also Bentart blanks. Well, Bentart blank. I believe I think is natural satinette or cashmere or something like that. These were blanks. I went back and did the top stitching and the buttonholes. They have mule ear pockets like they should, and they have the buckle back. Come with the buckle back. Really good trousers. Really good trousers. I will post another video here soon with all my gear, like my leathers and my blankets and rifle and such. So, rate, comment, and subscribe. Message me if you have any questions. Thank you. Bye.